Hey all, it's me, James, and I just want to say real quick, it's 2014 Christmas. This is the evening of Christmas. I'll be doing a Christmas shave. So very first thing is I want to say Merry Christmas. Had a fabulous day today. Sometimes I get a little caught up and stressful because I'm like Martha in the story of Mary and Martha when they're tending to Jesus, and Martha gets a little caught up in everything. And sometimes I'm like that because I just want everything to be perfect for everyone, and I kind of forget that I have to just kind of unwind a little bit and just be there and be cool. And so yeah, that's a humbling experience, is when you see yourself get caught up like that and just realize, you know what, relax a little bit, help those around you relax, because it's about having fun with the family and enjoying this day and everything that it means. Alright, the next thing I want to say is a quick shout out to Chris, Cullen, and Sandy, and yeah, made my day. Baby girl ordered a soap from Katie's Bubbles, and she got it in the LPV scent, and one of the requests was to use a picture, and she chose to use this picture for the Spice of Life, the LPV. And awesome, made her day, made my day. What a wonderful idea, and just thank you so much for doing that for us, for her. And it sounds like the process went great. Looks fantastic. Thank you so much. Just killer guys. This is why we love artisans. How many of us would be able to do that with a large company? Probably not gonna happen. Fantastic. Thank you. Alright. The star of the video is going to be a brand new soap produced by Seifenglatt for Krampert's finest bay rum. This is the Acadian Spice shaving soap, made exclusively by Seifenglatt for him. Soapsmooth.com, manufactured by Soap Smooth, based out of Woodland Hills, California, made in USA. 200 grams, which is around 6 ounces. I don't know if it comes out to be the same thing, but 200 grams, 6 ounces approximately. One of the other cool things I noticed about this soap is it has a batch number included on it. So I guess if you had something specifically that you wanted to talk about your soap, you have a batch number you can refer to. So that's a nice little feature there, just in case, I don't know, more for probably quality assurance type things, I would think. So if you needed to refer back to it, you could go back to, well, what batch did that come out of? So that's pretty cool. Alright, so before we open it up, I've already been smelling it, haven't shaved with it yet. Ingredients: stearic acid, water, coconut oil, potassium hydroxide, glycerin, and parfum, so the fragrance. Really short list. Sounds like top-notch stuff. I can't remember, but I thought I saw a video of Chris do one of Seifenglatt's main scents. So I think, if I recall, everything turned out pretty well from the shave experience. I'm expecting pretty good things. If any of you are familiar with this fantastic product, which I love, it's this is Brian Krampert's main product that got him started, and that's the Bay Rum Acadian Spice aftershave, which is a wonderful product. Wonderful. If you've seen any of my videos in the past on it, You know, I like it. I think it's fantastic. I'm not a huge bay rum guy. I like the scent. I think it's pleasant. It's kind of spicy, warm, uh, Christmas smelling to me. It's got a little bit of like a clove type profile to it. So that's the kind of, I guess, if you were going to say, what kind of bay rum is that? Well, that's the kind of bay rum it is. Spicy, warm, clovey, Christmassy. And what better time to come out with your new soap than around Christmas time? So congratulations, Brian. It smells great to me. If you were to smell just out of the tub and from the bottle, and they smell pretty close to me. I mean, this is, other than the other stuff that what makes a soap, like if you had a soap and you were smelling soap, you can kind of tell, hey, you know what, that's soap. So maybe that's the only thing in the background I can smell that's telling me you have a soap in your hand. But the scent profile on top of that definitely is this. So fantastic in having someone nail that for you. Alright, so what am I going to do? Well, another thing I noticed, Christmas season, putting Christmas stockings up, I have a Bronco stocking that I use, and hadn't used it, I guess, in a few years, and just hadn't realized it, just been using another thing that me and my wife had been using in the past, another type of stocking. So anyway, when I was going through the stocking this year, I was like, hey, I'm going to put my Bronco stocking up this year because my son has a football themed stocking himself. And so I grabbed it and felt something, like I could tell there was like a paper type product that was inside of it. So I reached in there, pulled it out, and lo and behold, it was my invoice from 2010, Christmas Eve 2010, 4 years ago yesterday. My very first order to get me into the journey of wet shaving. Fantastic. So I did an anniversary shave yesterday. If you follow any of the stuff in the Shave the Man community group or on Twitter or anything else like that, you probably noticed that I had a shave of the day that was the razor I'll be using today, which is the Merkur 34 HD Chrome Edition, so it's the C, and I used a TGN Superfine knot inside an original Royal Shave 2-band, or Royal Shave 3-band, but in the handle it's called like the Royal Shave PB2, I think it was what the name of the brush was. So I think it was Pure Badger, just a starter brush. Well, anyway, I replaced that knot with the TGN Superfine, and so I used the handle of that original kit with the re-knot, my original DE, which I still use occasionally. It just kind of has to fight through the shuffle. Still a wonderful shaver. Haven't got rid of it because, for one, it still shaves great. I still use DE razors, even though I rotate various types of razors. And one of the other things is, like, I had the original, I bought 2 tubes of the original Parasso Green cream in a tube. I bought 2 tubes, the 2 big tubes. And so I still have about, half a third of one of the tubes left. So I used some Parasso Green yesterday, and I used the post-shave balm, was still a good one, just one that just gets passed up only because of, there's no scent in it, but it still works great for me, and that's the Nivea Sensitive Skin in the glass white jar. Use that for the post-shave, and the blade is a blade that I had in a sample package, not the original package, but same type of blade. I have a feather in here, so the feather that comes in the yellow packaging, outward packaging, and then you open it up, it's got the little blue lettered feather package on the inside. So that'll be a feather blade I'll be using today, second shave. But used those products yesterday, so it was wonderful. Just kind of, wasn't even thinking about, oh, this is my shave anniversary, but that invoice that was still stuck in that Christmas stocking reminded me, hey, by the way, you've been on this journey 4 years. So, wow, fantastic meeting all these wonderful folks out there. Like even Brian Krampert off of one of the, basically the only shaving forum place that I hang out in regularly, which is the Seifenglatt. So that's how I came across meeting Brian anyway. And so his aftershave is like the first artisan aftershave that I ever used. And as a matter of fact, as far as I can recall, I'm trying to think now, I think the only other one that I've used is a balm, which is the Integrity Balm. And I only used a sample of that, but I plan on getting more of that balm from Soap Commander. That's a wonderful unscented balm that has a little menthol kick to it, not even that much. And I just don't have a lot of different aftershaves that are artisan. Now, fine accoutrements, that would be the only other one, which is a definite splash. I would call this, even though it's an aftershave, I wouldn't necessarily call it a balm because it's just not that thick, and it's not a splash. It's kind of like a in between that, and so it has a little bit more than just a normal splash. And so anyway, just kind of thinking about all that. Floyd is the only like main shaving brand out there that people know as far as Floyd, and the one that I have, just because I wanted something modern, is the Floyd Black. Glad I chose it. Awesome scent, modern. Just love the Floyd Black. So anyway, those are those. It's kind of where I've come in my journey. But the Krampert's very first one that will always remain in my rotation. The Bay Rum, the menthol version. His products are great. And today for my brush, since I met Brian on the Shave Nook, I'm going to be using a Shave Nook brush made by Simpsons. And this is the P8. This is the first Shave Nook brush that Simpsons made for the Shave Nook. Wonderful brush. It's in Best Badger, and what can I say? I mean, this faux tortoise handle is just amazing. Just an amazing brush. If you're familiar with Simpsons and Best or above, you'll know you got a well-made knot in your hand. They're just packed with hair. Excellent flow. So I'm excited. That's what's lined up for my brush. You know what the soap's going to be. This is kind of long here just for the intro part. So what am I going to do? Well, now I'm going to get the soap blooming and prepare my face and lather up. So I'll be back. Thanks. Alright, I'm back. So, went ahead, washed up, got ready, had this blooming. Yeah, smells really close to the aftershave, so that's a huge plus to me. But kind of going on track again, back to the whole reason why I was talking about the aftershave, meeting Brian through the Shave Nook and everything. I expect this to be a top-notch product. Brian loves quality, things that work well. His aftershave works well, so I'm expecting this to work well. Brian, Merry Christmas to you too, guy. Thank you for getting this out quickly. I wasn't sure if I was going to get it in time to try this week or not, and it came yesterday, so it was a pleasant surprise to see. Alright, put the bloom water in there and bring a little bit back here, just a little bit swirling on the top. It's a Simpson brush, so I squeezed it. The consistency of the soap is like a lot of other soaps that I've tried in the artisan realm. Pliable, just like a Tiki's, Katie's, Soap Commander, Dapper Dragon. So it has that pliable, you can move it around like a putty if you need to. Seems easy enough to load. This is my first time using it, guys. I haven't even test lathered it, so I'm excited. So for me, just to have a baseline of what it looks like on my brush, what I'm going to be shooting for is just to have a nice creamy type of proto lather. Alright, so there's 6 ounces in here, as you can tell by the way the container is loaded. There's plenty of space near the cap line here up if you want to hold bloom water on it. I don't think it's really necessary for the soap, but it's kind of nice for the senses. Alright. I'm going to go just a little bit more moisture in the tips. Not really pressing, just moving the brush around, picking up the soap. Alright. So it's nice and in there. I would say that's plenty loaded. Ah, smells fantastic. Wipe my face real quick. Alright. And that's what that proto lather is looking like. Got that creamy density to it. Alright, set this down. Grab the brush. So far it just feels like my tips are gliding across my face as I'm loading. Perhaps that's a good thing of some slickness to come. Wow. Look at that. Nice glistening, hydrated. Looks like melted ice cream coming down my brush. I think we're good. So hold her down. Nice tight bubbles. Feels plenty slick. Not forgetting today. Alright. Wipe my finger off real quick. It smells good. If you're a Bay Rum fan, Krampert specifically, I don't think you're going to be disappointed with the scent profile. So far the soap seems like it's going to be plenty slick. Wow. Feels like it's very protective. It's very nice. I don't want to get too confident because this is a feather DE blade, which are sharp, so I don't want to nick myself. Feels very, very nice. I'm hoping that I have no irritation or discomfort, no reactions to the soap, because I'm liking this. Very, very pleasant first pass. I don't feel dried out. I already had that suppleness from soaps that condition the skin well. Nice. Alright. Gonna rinse and lather up for pass 2. Be right back. Alright, I'm back. Pass 2. Lather. Again, it just feels like my brush is gliding. Plenty slickness. A lovely cushion. And as I'm putting this on, I don't detect any irritation, no burning, no discomfort, so that's great. No numbness. Let's see. Lovely. So far, everything's felt nice. Just a really good glide experience, cushion experience. Can definitely tell why some folks have liked the soap. Lovely. Residuals just rinsing off pretty good just by shaking it in the water. Just something I noticed. Alright, everything's feeling great. I'm going to move on to pass 3, nice and thick, cushiony, very slick. Be right back. Thanks. Alright, I'm back. Pass 3. Very nice. Appears to be pretty stable. Very nice. Everything's just doing fantastic. Alright, I'm gonna rinse, clean up a little bit, and I'll be back with some closing thoughts. Thanks. Bye. Alright, so I'm back with my closing thoughts. Here it is in the brush. TSE. Pretty well emptied out. Very nice. You can see the sheen on that. Holding moisture well. Tight bubbles. Creamy, protective, slick. I mean, just peaky. Good body. Seems to handle water well. Of course, like anywhere, wherever you live, just adjust accordingly to your water. I use just the tap water, so. But very lovely. Just has a nice, like that melting marshmallow type squishability to it there. That's a word. It is now. Yeah, so very nice. And of course it smells like Krampert's finest bay rum. Ugh, it smells terrific. Post-shave feel is nice, supple, soft, not drying out. I probably need to rinse a little bit more. Do that offline. Yeah. Krampert's Acadian Spice Bay Rum Shaving Soap. Awesome stuff. Glad you did this, Brian. Awesome. The blade, the feather, high stainless, Merkur 34 HD Chrome Edition. The 2013 Simpsons TSN P8 in all its best badger glory. Smells good. And of course, later I'll be finishing off with the Krampert's finest bay rum aftershave. And finishing off this New Belgium accumulation. Alright guys, have a great time with your family during this time off that you may have, or that your kids definitely have during this time of the year. Till I see you guys again, thanks again for watching. Bye.